You ready?
Yeah.
Drink coffee.
For anybody listening to this is Nashville life right here.
People get drunk.
Especially because it's NFL draft weekend in Nashville, Vegas.
Yeah. People drinking drafts.
I don't know why I feel the need to grab the mic. Well, maybe it's because I've been, excuse me, to too many shows this week. So I feel like I'm an artist or something. Just doing a podcast, bro. Chill.
Freaking DJ.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Dude, it's late.
It's late,
Well, it's
but
late for me. 9:54 in the evening now is late for me.
yeah.
Is that weird? Is that late for you?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Even though you don't start as early as I do, it's still late.
It's still late. Yeah.
Like, I feel like by now, like, I don't know. And I'm 25. You're 24.
23.
23.
Yeah. I'll be 24 in December.
You could pass for 28, but
Diciembre. No. Thanks, though.
but what was I going to say? I feel like maybe, I don't know, not saying like we're old or nothing, but like after college, like a year out after college, and you kind of start to get set, like where you're at, like you got a rhythm kind of.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like someone's like, hey, will you come to my show at 10 on Saturday? And you're like, dude, I went to a show last night.
I ain't got it like that no more in my sleep schedule.
I need to sit up straighter. We got a new setup here, so I'm trying to adjust. And moose don't fit into nothing.
We just moved everything from the upstairs studio to the downstairs.
To the downstairs. And we got this badass podcast. We call it the podcast table.
Yeah.
That Dad built for us, and it is my dad, not your dad.
Yeah, we're not brothers, but
close enough.
Yeah.
But it's a Murphy table. If nobody knows what that is, it folds out from the wall, so it looks like it could be like a cabinet or something, and then it folds down. And we hook some mics up here, and
we got
have our sample deck and our laptop,
and we got a groovy.
Oh, it's groovy.
Yeah.
The background of the it's trippy. Anyway, what was I was just about getting tired. Like, and last night I went and DJ'd. Now I'm gonna start DJing.
Yeah, tell everybody about the.
Yeah, Bits,
tell everybody
Nashville.
about that.
It's on. Okay, I need to know how to say this because I mess it up. Demon Brewing is how it's spelled.
Demumbrium.
There's an N, not an M.
Demumbrian.
And I want to say Demumbrium every time with an M. Every time.
Yeah, Demumbrian
Street. And it's in... Sorry. I've been drinking too much coffee. Okay, so it runs like through what people would call the Gulch, but it's not. When people think of the Gulch in Nashville, it's not like... Two Bits isn't really like in the Gulch. It's like on your way to the Gulch off the highway. But I will DJ there every Friday now until further notice from 7 until 10:30, and then there'll be another DJ that goes on at 10:30, and then they go until I think close. So I think it's 2. And I started back there last night. Used to DJ there.
Yeah.
And now I walked in last night, and so Tin Roof is next door, and they had a spot. Tin Roof was two separate. It was almost like two separate bars on Demumbrian. It's on the right side as you're looking at the building. There was a live band in the back, and on the left side there was a DJ in the back, and it was always popping where the DJ was all the time. And I was like it. I could hear the music when I would DJ at 2 Bits because 2 Bits wasn't popping like at all, and they knocked down the wall between 2 Bits. So Tin Roof acquired 2 Bits, so now it's 2 Bits at Tin Roof. I'm not trying to be confusing. It sounds so confusing coming out of my mouth. And they knocked down the wall between the two buildings, and now it's all kind of connected. The Tin Roof isn't connected in the back anymore. There used to be that little walkway in between the left and right sections of the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And now there's not that walkway in there anymore, but you can still go around the front of the bar. It's weird. It's like an M shape.
That is weird.
It's like how they have because they didn't knock down the whole wall between 2 Bits and Tin Roof, just half of it. And then in the middle back there, they put a new DJ booth, and then there's another one that I'm in. So it's pretty cool how they have it set up, though. Like, it's a lot more open, and a lot more people come in there now, and there's a lot more space. And then there's tables and chairs set up. And about the time that I'm finishing up is about 10 o'clock. They started picking up all the tables and chairs and stuff because business started to pick up. And then it's just dance floor after that.
Really?
So, like, when he went on, it started getting popping. So this is just kind of like an idea coming out now. But the thing about it is, like, at 7, I mean, when I go in at 7, people ain't there to party yet.
No.
They're there eating and just kind of maybe having a couple beers, watching some games, playing some video games. That's one thing about 2 Bits. They have games. So that I'm going to play like throwbacks, EDM. They say EDM, but, you know, it's a really blanket term. But nothing too hype for that time, like when I'm starting. And so like old school hip hop.
Yeah.
And then pick it up towards the end, and then he'll pick up where I left off.
Yeah.
And he plays like newer stuff, or he did last night. He played like newer stuff with a mix of some old. So it's pretty cool though. I like how they're doing it. At least I liked how it went last night. I wasn't happy at all because I didn't know anything. Nobody told me they knocked down the wall. They told me months ago that they were going to, but like nobody was like, "Hey, it's going to be completely different when you come in." And the guy's stuff was already set up. He had like tractors.
Are you confused?
Oh yeah, I was like, they were like, yeah, he came up and set it up this morning. We think you're going to use I think you're going to use the other DJ booth. And to be honest, I didn't really want to use the other DJ booth because it's kind of in the back corner, and that one is like in the middle of everything, which would be a lot better. But when people are eating their dinner and stuff, we're like just there, and like from 7 to 9:30, people ain't there to get drunk. No. And then about 9:30, people start getting a little turned up.
A little
comfortable.
comfortable.
There were some people that weren't sitting for the majority of the time they were there when they got there at 9 till 10.
Yeah.
They were just dancing.
Usually when people get there about 9, they're
ready to go.
They're ready to go. That's
awesome.
awesome.
I don't know. There's a guy I work with, and he's like, man, like, I don't get out of the house till 11 o'clock. I'm like, dude, how do you do that on the weekends? How do you do that on Friday and Saturday and then turn around and switch your schedule to come into work at 6 a.m. on Monday? I mean, I guess a lot of people do that. It's a common thing. But I know one of those people, and it's like, holy shit, how do you do that? Like, can't. But last night I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even have to go
So
get drunk.
every Friday.
Every Friday.
7
to 10:30.
That's awesome.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
Swag.
Dude. I like it very much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
That's
yep.
awesome.
I was going to be 7 to 10. Yeah, you going to come down?
Yeah.
Hang out. And since it's so chill, too, there's a table, like, pretty close to the DJ booth. So even if you come, like, if LB's not wanting to do anything or whatever and you just want to come chill, you could come chill and we could drink a couple beers or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I get a $50 tab, so I'll get you a beer.
Yeah, that's dope.
So,
dude. Do you know if Tin Roof, do you know if they owned 2 Bits before?
As far as I know, I think the way the guy explained it to me, I'm pretty sure, was that he always owned 2 Bits, but it wasn't acquired by, it didn't have
Tin Roof.
By Tin Roof,
which is a franchise.
Yes. So as far as I know, because they have another one, and it's
there's
like
Tin
branded.
There's
Tin Roof like
everywhere.
Louisville.
Everywhere.
Yeah, because I've actually been
everywhere.
Everywhere.
I think there's a Tin Roof Memphis. I thought you farted.
Well, your brain's hurting.
That's the one I meant. Tin Roof. But yeah, there's Tin Roof Broadway. There's Tin Roof in the Gold.
People get drunk.
Facts. Dude, there were some people that were. So one of Aubrey's friends came last night. His name, we call him Dags, and he brought one of his buddies, and his buddy had like a WWE championship belt on.
Oh my gosh.
And I was dying, dude. And by the time he left, he was so wasted that he was putting it around girls and like strapping it to him. Like, this girl was like dancing. She was like straight getting it. She was shaking ass everywhere. And little did he know, I think she liked girls. But she was straight getting it, and she like stood up, put her hands up, she's dancing, and she's facing the other way, and he was dancing with her and stuff. She knew he had it, and he like whipped it around her and like strapped it on real quick. I was cracking up, man.
What the heck?
He was and Dags goes, if I die and I happen to go to hell, this is exactly what it's gonna be like. He was like, I want to go home. Because Dags was not dancing. He was like, I grew up with this dude. He's like, he's nuts. But he was having a good time. But by that time, Dags was like cooked. He's a dad. He was ready to go home.
Yeah.
I think he had like the weekend to himself or something, and he's just like going out and chilling. And then, by like 10:30, he was like, I'm good. I'm ready to go. But then. So then the next DJ showed up. I talked to him for a little bit. He was super cool. And actually, I gave him one of my hats because he was like, dude, I just noticed your name's on your fucking hat. He was like, dude, that's sick. He's like, you got any more of them? So I was like, yeah. And I threw him one of those because, I mean, mutual DJ. I mean, we're both down there, young and I'm getting it. So
young, getting it.
Ride around and getting it. And, he wore that during his set, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty
cool.
And
then my buddy Cody showed up because he just got done playing a set outside because the NFL draft weekend is popping. They have events everywhere. They have a pop-up dog park on Demumbrian.
It's crazy. Everywhere.
Because they closed the regular dog park, I guess. Somebody told me that at work. But just there's all kinds of stuff going on. They shut down Broadway. Yeah. They got a big stage. And
there's like 325,000 visitors in Nashville this week.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Did we that on
Crazy.
Facebook, dude?
Have you seen like the drone footage of?
No, I heard it was just a sea though, just a sea of people, just so like jam packed.
I haven't ever seen anything like that.
It is pretty cool though. Like I remember when the Super Bowl came to Indianapolis when I lived in Indiana, and it was interesting to see what it does to a city for a weekend. Like it was just they did it for a week actually. It was like they had what they called Super Bowl Village, and just like a bunch of, they even built like a specific street for that event because they just went ahead and did some construction ahead of time and built this like specific street where it can be used as a street, but it can also be shut down and used as a cool event space. It was kind of cool. But it looked real nice. Had like cool brick. It was like a brick road. Yeah. Not yellow, but you know what I'm saying?
No wizards involved.
You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, it's popping down there. It's popping. And so he was playing outside, just right outside of 2 Bits, and they had some pop-up thing there. 2 Bits? Mm-hmm. By the time I left, it was
general.
It was decent, but I feel like a lot of people are downtown.
Yeah,
and except for the people, like almost everybody that I've asked that lives in Nashville or close, they're like, I'm not going down there. It's gonna be hell, just because there's already a ton of tourists all the time in Nashville, and we all have to deal with traffic all the time because we live here, and we all are around a ton of people if you go out downtown. But for people in the surrounding areas or people that just like the draft in general, they'll go. But people that live in Nashville, like everybody's like, dude, I'm not going. I'm staying away from downtown. Yeah. So other people wanted to go out and party, but they didn't want to go downtown. So they went to the Gulch or whatever. And Cody was playing outside, and then he got done about the time that I was getting done, and then I saw him, talk to him for a little bit. He goes by Chaos. You remember Cody?
Yeah.
And then he told me as I was thinking about leaving, he was like, I got a show. And I was like, what time? And he's like, 12 at the back corner. And I was like, I love the back corner.
I love the back corner.
Dude, it's the coolest space.
Yeah.
And so
expensive drinks, but cool space.
True. Yeah, Nashville's all expensive drinks. I think I bought a beer for like $6 last night. But yeah, I went and just had one beer, but I got in the back, which was cool because I was with Cody, so I didn't have to pay to get in. It was lit, and got to meet some other DJs there.
Yeah, that's cool.
And one guy, actually, the guy that played when I got there, He, his name is Wicket. WICK.
Like
dash
Wicked, but
it.
Wicked.
Yes. And he has been playing music. Wicket. Probably. And he's been playing music for years.
99 years.
Probably 98.
Okay.
But Matt, my buddy from work, was at the back corner, and he's like, "What's up?" You know, and then this dude gets on stage, and he's like, "Dude, I've been listening to him for 10 years."
No way.
And I was like, "What?" And he was like, because he's a huge, like, festival goer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he knows, like, all the underground EDM music and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, I've been listening to that dude for 10 years.
That's crazy.
It's dope." So I got to see him play. He's pretty good. And then Cody went on at 1. And I was like, "Man, I'm not going to be able to stay for your whole set." He goes, "I know, it's late." He goes, "I thought I was going on at 12, but I'm going on at 1. And we got there at like 11:30, and I ended up staying until like 1:30. Like I said, I got there and had 1 beer, and I was like, I mean, I'm about to drive home soon, so, you know, drank water for a little while, and I was there for like 2 more hours. And I was, by the time, you know how I am. Like, if anybody listening to this has never seen or went to an EDM show with me, I just kind of, my neck's sore.
People get drunk.
I don't even have to. And people will think that I'm wasted for some reason. Like, well, I guess because most people, when they get wasted, that's how they act. But like, I'm like in the middle of the crowd, jumping up and down, like dancing crazy. And yeah, my neck and my back are pretty sore. Pretty sore. That's just me. I headbang a lot and stuff. I think it's fun, but I gotta be easy with that.
Easy with the bang?
No, I'll keep the bang going.
What'd you say? Easy with the what?
Head banging.
Oh, I got you.
Rattle my brain around inside my head. I might catch CTE from going to EDM shows.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Just whiplash all the time.
Whiplash.
Oh,
I had to take a shower when I got home because I was sweating.
Well, your brain's hurting.
It is today. That's how I feel right now. I just feel spent for the day. But I got up at a decent time and made breakfast today, and then I came back here and I took breakfast. I took a nap, and then Red came over, and then we talked about his new EP. Which, dude, I gotta play you a couple of the beats that he made. They're fine. I wish we would have recorded a rough version of
what y'all
the
had?
rap,
Okay.
like the stuff written to it. Dude, it's good. It's good.
Oh, I don't
He
doubt
snaps.
it. I don't
He's
doubt
like
it.
he's rapping a little bit harder than usual though, I think. And the beats are a little edgier, I'd say.
Okay.
They're pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So,
I'm excited.
well,
for
I
stuff.
guess I can't dive too deep into that.
Into what? I mean, I'll tell you if I can't answer the question.
Well,
Dude.
I was just gonna dig into like some sounds of like some of the
Well,
preliminary stuff.
it's kind of, I mean, it's similar to what the style that he always holds, which is hip hop meets rock and roll, hip hop and roll.
Yeah.
And that it's I think he's just figuring out what sound, like where to put what sounds and how much guitar versus how much hip hop drums versus do you really just need guitar to make it sound? Because he was talking about today that he watched this interview of Yellow Wolf, and Yellow Wolf was talking about, you know, you can't just play guitar, you can't just have a rock song and then put an 808 in it and say now it's hip hop, and you can't have a hip hop song and just put guitar in it and say now it's rock and roll. You have to find a way to cohesively mesh all of that stuff together.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we were going over, and then also I want to sit and just create with
Red.
him for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So make some beats and kind of see what we can come up with. You know, it's actually the first time aside from G, I've worked with G, but for a project that someone's came to me for a project that was actually like right up my alley. The thing about working with Red is that I relate to him a lot with his songwriting, like the stuff that
and
he
it
talks
also
about in
takes
his
you
songs.
back to like what you originally started with when
Exactly.
you record people, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's exciting because I was talking about that. Like, shout out to Jay or Rain Man. He goes by Rain Man back home, and like him and I, and then also my buddy Tyler Bally, We call him Uni. And his
Lil Uni.
Lil Uni and Lil Uni perp and and Lil Uni squirt.
Lil
And-
Universe.
That's what he would go, but he would say that in his songs. Universe, you're in the Universe. I thought that was kind of cool. But
Universe.
he already had it. Beat you to it 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But
I didn't go by Uni. I went by Doozy.
by Looney Tune.
You're right,
Little
Looney.
Looney. Jay and I, or Rain Man and I, would just sit and, like, he would come over probably 4 to 5 days out of the week, and we would stay up until 1, 2 in the morning and just make songs. Like, I would just make beats, and they were all trash, but he would write to every one of them. And then if we finally made something that was like, okay, like while I'm making the beats, he would be like, all right, loop that, or like, hey, arrange that real quick, like give me a verse, and then give me the, like, structure for a hook.
Yeah.
And then I would just kind of lay a simple version of it out, and then he would rap. And what I would do a lot, actually, is I would make the beat all on one pattern, and with Machine you can mute the different the different pads. So I would have, like, drums on one group, and, like, keys on one group, and then, like, synths on another group, and then I would just either mute the groups or mute for drums. I would mute, like, specific drums, like the hi-hats, or only play the hi-hats to give, like, a arrangement while he's rapping, but also listen to what he's rapping. So then he could he'd be like, all right, this is what I got, you know what I mean? And then sometimes he would get in there, and I didn't really know how to take it from Machine to what I was recording in.
Right.
So
what were you recording it? Was
Logic.
Logic.
Yeah. And I wouldn't run Machine inside of Logic. So you can run Machine as a plugin inside of your DAW, Pro Tools or Logic, or I think you can even run it in GarageBand. And if you do that, then you can just record while Machine's playing. You can record, like, off a microphone. But if you have Logic open and then you have Machine open by itself and not inside of Logic, then it doesn't sync up. So, and that's how I would use Machine. I only used Machine, like the software. I didn't use Logic or anything else while I was doing it. So what I'd have to do is take the whole beat and send it over to Logic. And I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I could have just dragged little bits and pieces and then pieced it out on Logic.
But you printed, like, a whole
song, yeah, like a whole MP3 file, just real quick, so he could get on there, and I'd have to say, like, oh, how long's your verse, and, like, make it that way before I put it in Logic. And it would take me a good, like, hour to figure out, to, like, get it all right, and then I would finally put it up, and by that time, I mean, half the time we wouldn't even do it, so we wouldn't even mess with it unless we really liked it. And then some of them we really liked, but man, my beats were trash. But he thought they were good. I mean, that was what was cool about Jay and I working together, is that he saw a lot of potential in what I was doing. So he was like, let's roll with this. Like, let's keep it going. Like, you'll figure it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just record. Because he's all about, man, he can spit. You know, you've heard him spit. He can spit. And he used to freestyle like a motherfucker. Dude, I would take him to parties with me sometimes. Like, he didn't party. I would take him to parties with me sometimes. I'd be like, dude, go with me. Everybody would love, they'd be like, dude, freestyle. Let's put on some beats. And people would stop the music and play beats to hear this dude rap.
Yeah.
And everybody's, like, getting drunk. He wasn't drinking. He always walked around with a damn 2-liter of soda.
I know, dude.
Always got a 2-liter. And he probably, most likely, if we're going to go out or if he's writing or if we're working in the studio, he's got a pack of Black & Milds. And he would show up to my house every day with a 2-liter of Diet Coke or some kind of diet soda. Every once in a while, he'd have a Monster. And then he would...
I've always seen him with a 2-liter.
Yeah, he always had a 2-liter. And then that's just his thing. He just... It wasn't cold. He didn't want no cup. We didn't want no ice. That's just his thing. He's set. He's good to go. And he would just sit with his phone and write. And then when we'd go to parties and stuff, he'd do the same thing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, it was cool, and they were just like amazed because he could freestyle.
Yeah,
you know, it was fun and he would, like, go off of what people were wearing, or, you know.
Yeah, he's clever.
Yeah, so it was fun. But yeah, so that's, like, working with Red is going to be like getting back to that.
Yeah,
So
it's exciting.
yeah, it is. I was getting like really high. Red was laughing at me today because I was getting really excited, like while he was rapping. And then there's a couple lines that he had that I was like, oh, like that they were clever but also funny.
Yeah.
And I would like react to him while he was rapping. Then all of a sudden he started laughing. Yeah, like I just realized today that the threads on the shock mount itself are like stripped because of using these mic stands, I think. Because they're I don't know because that doesn't make sense because they're plastic. But somehow I stripped that one.
Okay.
And I tried to put on a regular mic stand today, and it's messed up. I had to use the
Maybe
one
it's
without a
like
shock mount.
a freaking 16th of an inch off.
Oh yeah, it's just barely off. It'll twist on there, but if you move it, it'll. I forgot to tell you that. Sorry.
It's okay.
I thought it was on there good, to be honest with you.
While we're on the note of Red, I guess you obviously you're doing the project with him. He actually reached out to me, and I'm gonna do the cover art for him.
That's
so,
right. That's
yeah,
right. I don't know if we can say.
Yeah, we
what
can't say the name of the. No, we
Okay.
can't say what the name of the EP or album, whatever.
EP.
Okay, EP.
Yep.
Can't give you the title of it, but
Not yet. But
I'm really excited. It'll be cool.
It's cool. I'm glad that, and then maybe, just maybe, it may not even be for the project, but maybe you and him will get together on something.
Yeah.
I'd be excited to see what you guys could write because honestly,
We've written
have
once before.
You're a fan of hip hop too, so
Yeah.
meshing your style of writing with and your liking of music with his writing. You guys have written before?
Yeah, well, it was a co-write with me, Wesley, and
That's a whole different
Red.
thing.
That's a whole different thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
No offense, but you throw
No.
Wesley in the mix and it starts to get country a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's just a different song, things
Yeah.
that happen in a co-write that normally wouldn't if you
take it off
you
my
know,
shoes,
it has
dude.
different things working. Like if you have different writers,
It's different parts.
it's just going to come out different because you have a whole nother set of emotion and
a whole nother vibe.
a whole nother vibe.
Yeah. Do you like writing with that many people?
I'd prefer just a one-on-one co-write.
Do you like co-writes though? Do you
Yeah,
enjoy co-writes?
I do enjoy co-writes.
I feel like I saw or heard you get a lot better,
Yeah,
a lot faster
if
with co-writes because you had a class and you had to do co-writes.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys have to write a song? Was it a song?
well,
a week?
in songwriting practicum, it was a minimum of a song a week, which
a
I
minimum.
think. Yeah.
And you had one partner, right?
Yeah.
And then you guys would like rotate partners.
Yeah,
partners.
it was like basically every week we would rotate to a different partner. Sometimes 2
you
weeks.
and what's his name? He still plays. Are you about to sneeze? God bless it, child. Oh, God bless it, child.
Oh, James. All they're doing is screaming. James Austin.
James Austin.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you and him wrote good together.
Yeah, we wrote like 7 songs in a week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was you two.
Yeah, the most songs I've ever written in a single week. Still.
Are you doing that because you smell my feet?
No, my nose itched because I just
Yeah,
sneezed.
whatever, dude.
I thought you farted.
You've been wanting to use that one all day.
Yeah.
I feel like that one's a little loud. What do you think?
I don't know.
You just like it because it's your voice.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Dude, I really think...
I thought you farted. I thought you farted.
There it goes. That's good.
Whew. I have to sneeze again, maybe.
Excuse me.
So, this coming week is going to be quite the long week at the
For you?
studio.
Yeah.
So, Connie Smith is coming in, and she's going to be doing her new project over the next 2 weeks.
Do I know who that is?
Connie Smith is... I don't know if you know who that is or not. Do you know who Marty Stewart is?
Know the name?
Marty Stewart, legendary country artist. Also, Connie Smith, his wife, but she's in the Country Music Hall of Fame.
He's got a hell of a haircut.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, boy. Check
And
this
look
guy
up Connie.
out.
Look up Connie. But yeah, so Marty's producing.
Connie Smith. I typed in Connie. It was the first name that came up. I don't know who she is. Never
Well,
seen her. She's got a better haircut.
Yeah.
Is that her wife? His wife?
Yes. That
Okay.
is his wife. But
Cool.
so Marty's gonna produce the record.
Oh, sweet. So
and
you
we're
be in
gonna
there?
yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
you met
Marty and yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
If you look at my recent calls, you'll see Marty a couple times in there.
Uh-uh.
Just because we're just talking about
Okay.
pricing and stuff like
Alright,
that.
I
but
see you, boy.
by no means on a personal level. What I'm saying.
Classic.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
But
that's
no.
how that happens, though.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
cool.
so
It's cool, like watching from a distance, like hearing about how this stuff's going.
Yeah.
So this week's gonna be jam packed. Then
jam packed, and it's
is it her all week?
her. I mean, essentially. We have somebody from a publishing company coming over to check out the studio on Thursday. Actually, Sierra, where Sierra works.
Okay.
I reached out to somebody over there, and they're gonna come check it out and hopefully do some demos with us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Nice.
But no, I'm really excited. It's really weird because like we've not done a session like this since I've been here.
Like a big deal.
like
Session, like a high profile session.
yeah, like a high profile. So that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
But like the musicians that Marty got for this project are like just freaking legends.
And you
All
said
of them
you got
legends in
all
their own
kinds of
right.
instruments just delivered to the studio, right?
Yeah, so they delivered. We've gotten a vibraphone.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's old school, dude. Old school. And he
They
showed
got
me.
that aged
Yeah.
vibra.
Vintage.
It's got some years on
And then
it.
we got some drums that came in. Usually the only thing that people ever bring in is like, well, in most sessions, because we have like a house,
You have a
house
house
drums.
kit.
We have a house kit, several house kits.
Pretty decent.
Yeah,
House kits.
yeah.
Good drums. Do
Yeah.
people? Okay, so when
Very
you
good
do that, do
drums.
people bring their? Is it common for people to bring their kick pedal, their cymbals, or do you guys have them, or both?
Both.
Okay, is it common, or is it like half the time?
I would say 100% of the time the drummer is bringing his own cymbals and
Okay.
snares.
And kick pedal or no?
Kick pedal, I think, is house kick pedal.
Okay, I was just curious.
I could be
'cause
wrong.
Lucas was talking about that the other day.
I could be
wrong.
wrong.
I don't know much about that, like about drums. Period.
Yeah.
Like why someone I don't know if like kick pedals feel different or something. That's why they bring some people bring their own, or if it's like they don't want to wear down the head on it
Yeah.
or whatever.
There's some very, very high sought after drummers or session players. They have someone who knows their exact layout, the angle, and everything where
They
everything's
come in and
supposed to
set it up.
come in and set it up before they ever come to play.
Yo, that's crazy.
And that's what they
what
did Friday, and I was like, this is my first experience seeing this. I'm like, what, this guy?
he just knows.
Yeah, and that's
Did
where
he
he
have, like,
stores his drum.
pictures?
He stores maybe it's 4 kits at this warehouse. This company does, and then he'll just let them know where he's playing a session, and they'll ship
They
it
come and
over.
set it up.
And set it up. Yeah.
So do those people know, or do they have pictures, or did you get to see that process much, or what?
Do what?
Do they have do they just know how to set it up? Just
Yeah, they have
or they have pictures?
they have their own rugs. They bring in
Yeah.
their own rugs and everything, and it's
Yeah.
all marked off.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys who are setting these up, they really get to know the feel of how the actual musician likes their stuff,
Yeah.
little things
Because
that
they do it
people-
often.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're not playing drums twice a year if you have someone coming and setting them up.
no, not at
So,
all.
Yeah, you got shows and everything like
Yeah.
that too. So
Yeah, but it's really cool because, I just always thought, people's going to bring their own instruments, and if you're going to bring a piano, it's just use the house piano. You know what I mean?
they didn't bring a piano.
No, they didn't. But
I was about to say.
See,
holy shit.
last year or the year before, Jamie recorded like a jazz album, a Christmas jazz album with Corey Cottle, and they had a couple pianos brought in.
A couple.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They'll bring it. Yeah. They'll just. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to touch it.
And they come in. Obviously, they got to tune it and stuff.
Well,
I would imagine, right? Because if you I don't know how you transport a piano in the first place.
yeah.
Because
Probably.
Yeah.
Dude, tuning is kind of expensive.
For a piano?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We get it at a discounted
Oh, yeah.
price,
Hey,
and it's
speaking of,
like $90.
so I still have that piano
for a single
that might come down here. Do you think there's anywhere in the house we could put it?
Anywhere
no?
else in the house
Yeah.
that we could put it?
If not, I'll tell him to keep it. I'll put it in storage or something. But I get that piano from my grandma.
Oh shit!
And Mom was gonna bring it down when she comes down, but that's gonna be within like a month. Do you think we have any place in this house to put it?
I would have to look about.
Okay.
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
We'll see. We'll investigate on that. Tell her to get the dimensions.
I could probably get a rough idea offline. It's just an
Yeah.
upright.
We'll do that.
Thank goodness it's an upright.
Yeah.
But so that's what's up. So that's what you're gonna be doing all week, pretty much. You said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Putting on my happy face, making sure the.
You've been pretty damn happy though
Yeah,
since you've been at that job.
it's
though.
not an act at all.
Yeah.
No. I
Well,
love-
I know what you mean, but still, like, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough though. A
Oh,
lot of coffee.
Oh my gosh! And see, the thing is, this is the thing about when you have session almost every day in a week. You have to be very attentive to the session and meet the needs of the session players, the artists,
Yeah.
the engineers,
And you're the manager.
visitors
So.
that just want to come in. Yeah, manager. I
You all
gotta
have visitors.
sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. And
What do they
it's-
say? Like, can we see around?
Well, a lot
will
of
it be
time,
like a
I recently put
walk-
up a
like
no
a-
soliciting sign just to get those idiot solicitors to like not feel the need to just come in and disturb, you know.
Solicitors, as in like the people who walk around.
As
trying
in
to get-
AT&T, as in.
You got all up in the
As,
mic for that.
yeah, I did.
That's okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
But you know, you'll have the random. Hey, I used to record here like years ago, and I just wanted to. You'll have.
Wanted to see how
you have
it's looking.
random,
Yeah.
random stuff like that, and
I'm gonna come and say that.
we're getting packages coming in all the time too. So.
Dude, I'm getting tired. Okay, so this week coming up. What is this week?
Yeah.
What is today?
Today
the
is the
27th. Let me look at this calendar.
Today's the 27th. I know on the May 9th, Ethan Phillips, who is on this podcast, Little Wisp Big Fist. Here, I'll get it. There we go.
You.
His album release show, EP release
There it
show,
is.
is May 9th.
And if you haven't heard
It's
any
in
of his
Franklin.
music, it's on the last episode and the episode before.
Yeah, you'll get a little sneak peek of the music that you'll hear at that
We
show.
play about 30 seconds to a minute of each song.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Some
dope.
really great stuff, really great guy, really great songwriter.
Dude.
Oh, what is the
I don't quit yawning.
what is the one at Ridenour?
Ridenour is, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was trying to look at what.
Something about
This is
learning.
Wednesday on May 1st.
Jimmy John's.
It says, come out and support a wonderful cause on Wednesday, May 1st. So, Love Learning Music, ODP, Jimmy John's, and Ridenour teamed up to bring you an awesome show with amazing talent. The Low Blow, Delaney Music, or Delaney Dean. Sorry,
Reading the ads.
Yeah. Natalie Madigan, Nancy Lane, Spencer Annis, Annis. I'm not sure who that is.
Annis. I don't
Annis?
know. Be
Annie?
careful.
Did I say anus?
No, you didn't.
You
did
and
now.
Sterling Sunshine's playing. I haven't seen them play
Oh
for a
wow,
while.
I haven't. Yeah, that would be
Asphalt
interesting.
Auburn and Ruby.
Oh, it's a big show.
Ring. Yeah, no kidding.
How long is it?
Oh, it's a okay, hold on, wait. So featuring the Low Blow. So they'll probably play a set, and then I'm guessing Sterling Sunshine, Asphalt Auburn, and Ruby Ring will play a set, and then there's a writers round with Delaney Dean, Natalie Madigan, Nancy Lane Prescott, and Spencer Annis. So, and that's at Ridenour. If you guys don't know what Ridenour is, it's
right off of
Ridenour, and if you type that into Google,
you'll find it
for Murfreesboro. Yeah, you'll find it.
It's right off of Middle Tennessee. Turn right after you see Enterprise. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depends on which direction you're coming from, but you'll see it. It's right next to an Enterprise.
Yeah.
Like in the other half
You'll
of the
you'll
building.
see it. It's a really good venue.
It's dope.
We'll just give a little spiel on it real quick. It's a oh, look at listen to me. That's all, folks.
I thought you farted.
Well, your brain's hurt.
Yeah, no kidding. But no, it's a new rehearsal studio, and there's also a venue in there. You can go and check out some really cool, talented local musicians, and also they have alcohol or just whatever beverage you may
Yeah,
desire.
it's kind of cool that they serve beer.
Yeah, that's
like
so
that.
cool. Yeah, and really, really great rates for anyone who needs rehearsal space,
Oh, it's fun. And if you're an MTSU student, they give you half off.
which is crazy. So
Awesome.
take advantage of that.
Yeah. And then I think also if you haven't been there, like I think if you're an MTSU student and you've never been there, I think they'll give you like an hour or two for free. Yeah. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that
I think that used to be a policy. I'm not sure.
Okay,
anymore.
is that like when they
I
first
could be
opened?
wrong. I could.
Okay.
They very well could still do that.
But yeah, they're holding that show. And when you go in there, like if you're interested at all, ask them to show you around.
They'll show you around.
Yeah, they'll be happy to show you around. It's pretty cool. They got space, like couple little writers' rooms, and with like keys in there, and then
full band area,
and then an area for a full band.
Yeah, I think they have a couple big rooms like that where you could do.
Yeah, the big rooms.
Yeah,
they have them. They have I think at least 3. At least 3, and they're decent size. And then they have the venue space. No, they have 5, because there's 2 walking back to the venue space. At least 2, maybe 3.
Yeah,
and then there's 3 on the other side.
Y'all just gotta go check it out.
It's cool shit. And then 2 or 3 writers' rooms. And I think they have some, like you can like they have capability if you want. I imagine it would be of extra charge, but to record.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, like just straight into Pro Tools with like if you like you probably got to bring mics and stuff, but they have the capability to record to Pro Tools. They have like a mobile rig.
that's cool.
Yeah, so it's dope. And like I said, they're on. Well, I don't think I said it, but I was thinking it. They're on Instagram, Ridenour Rehearsal Studios, and yeah, check them out.
Check them out.
What else is coming up? Oh yeah, Kirkwood is having a show. Dude, it's gonna be fire.
Who's playing that?
It's on a Thursday. I might try to go. I don't know.
Who's playing?
Nordista Freeze
Ah,
and with Nico Crow
no
Remember Nico?
kidding.
and Natalie Madigan.
Wow,
That's a cool lineup. That's a really
That's
cool
a
lineup.
really
And I
broad-
think
you
it's
got pop,
one of the
hip-hop.
last.
You got pop, hip hop, and then you got rock.
Yep. It's gonna be awesome. I think this is one of the last hurrahs at Kirkwood.
Really?
It's coming down to I'm pretty sure. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm almost positive. I mean,
that sounds.
Garrett's
about right
working
after.
at Ridenour now. Most of the
He's
stuff
also
that he's
working
helping
somewhere
put on
else.
is at Ridenour. He's working somewhere else too. He's busy as shit. And then he does pictures and videos and stuff like that. And he has way more space and way better equipment at Ridenour. So that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's going to focus on now. But super cool. Like, if you haven't ever been to Kirkwood, that'd be a damn good show to go to. And that's Thursday, May 2nd at 11:30 or 7:30 to 11:30. And then I think they have to shut music off by 11:30 or 12.
Yeah, probably 12.
Yep.
Give
and
it time to-
then Friday, May 3rd, this is at the back corner, and I got a couple friends playing in this. It's called 9 to Grime, and 9 to Grime episode 5.
Why have I heard of that?
You might have seen the graphic up.
Yeah.
People have been posting it. But Achilles is playing. He's a DJ I met from around here. And then Kalo's playing as well. And then Gibson Parker, Masai, and Sickish. And that'll be a pretty good show. They got a bio for, looks like,
I've heard that so many times this past week. I'm serious.
It says we're back. The 5th episode of 9 to Grime is here. We have 5 of the hottest local DJs in Nashville, and they're ready to bring the heat. And the one and only back corner. Time to stretch those necks and put your dancing shoes on for a jam night pack of intense and beautiful EDM. That's what I should have done last night, was stretch my neck.
Wiggle that noggin.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do neck exercise. If you're gonna rage, do some neck. If
Neck
you're gonna rage, do
exercises,
some
dude.
neck exercises. I bet you can't say that 5 times fast. Neck
I can't say it
exercises.
one
Neck
time
exercise.
fast. You're going to say something you don't want to say.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's, as far as I know, there's some other events coming on later in May, but we'll probably talk about those at another time. Good stuff going on, but
Yeah.
I'm not probably going to go down for nothing on the draft stuff. I don't
No.
really have any interest in
I'm out on that.
Really. I don't really give a shit about your 7-day or your 3 or 4-day I'm picking this player event.
However long.
I'm sorry. I'll find out on Monday where all the players went. But I just don't have any interest in it. I don't even
Not
watch. I stopped watching sports pretty much for the most part after I started making music. I was just like kind of not interested.
Same.
I do like to watch Predators though, the Nashville Predators.
Oh yeah.
The hockey's fun. Hockey is
It is.
It's just a fun sport to watch. It's very interesting. Oh, this guy showed me at work the other day. I don't know what teams it was, but this guy was a rookie. It was his first. Well, I don't know if it was his first year. This was his first fight, and he's like, I think he's like 19. He said, or maybe he's like 22 or something. He's super young, and there's no requirement to like hockey. You can come straight out of high school still, at least from what this guy told me. Because I asked, I was like, how young can you get into the NHL? He's like, you just got to make it. Like, you can do like LeBron did with the NBA. You can go straight out of high school if you're good enough. But,
Yeah.
So I think he said he was 19. I'm not positive. But he got in a fight with this dude that's like a savage. He's like well-established in the NHL. And he got his clock cleaned for free.
No.
Oh, it was bad. I felt bad for him. He went down. It was not good. It's like, damn, boy, you're going to figure out who to pick fights with. He
Poor
picked the
guy.
fight, too. He instigated it real bad. And then the guy looked at him, and he was like, you want to get, like, he put his hands out, like, you really want to do this? And he, like, tapped his chest, like, let's get it. And then that dude just grabbed his jersey and just kept giving it to him. I was like,
Jeez.
wow. Dude, I was worried about it getting hot in here. I'm kind of chilly. I'm right beneath this vent. Are you chilly?
I'm fine.
Feels all right in here, though.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit of that breeze from up there. So you're going to be busy all week.
I
Well,
thought
your
you
brain's
farted.
hurting.
Whoa. You hit them at the same time.
Well, your brain's hurting.
I thought you farted.
That's what I was going
You
for.
thought I
said
farted?
breeze.
What are the other new ones?
Where's your next show at?
Oh, we just told you guys.
Well, your brain's hurting.
I
So
thought you farted.
I'm going to turn this one back up, and I'm going to turn the whole group down.
I thought you.
Where's your next show at?
Down.
And then we got
Seeing the history of the United States.
Why'd you say that?
I have
That's
no
Dusty
idea.
for anyone that wants to know.
I would have to go back and see it, hear it in context. I have no idea when I said that or why I said that.
Still one of my favorite ones.
My parents give me nice clothes.
Did we get another one of him?
I've heard that so many.
Where's your next?
For anybody listening, you got the one with the shenanigans?
Oh,
No,
well,
we
yeah.
haven't.
Well, I think that bottom row was there last episode.
Yeah. You right.
But yeah, I think we pretty much have caught up to date and caught everybody up to date with some
Are
shows.
you trying to get
going
me
on.
off? Are you
Well-
trying to hang up?
I got a tinkle. I'm trying to hang up. Yeah.
You hang up first.
No, you hang up
Just
first.
But yeah, soon we got a couple guests in mind.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this out there just because. So we had Rasan Robinson on recently. Rasan Robinson's a good friend of ours. Well, I wouldn't say good friend, like we're not close or nothing, but we're friends with him.
Tight,
He's super fucking cool. And he gave us his take on what happened with Nova Talent.
Yeah.
So we put the episodes on through the syndication called Libsyn, and it puts it on YouTube.
Short
and
for
all this.
Liberated Syndication.
Facts. And it goes on YouTube, it goes on Spotify, it goes on Apple Music,
Just
or
everywhere
Apple
you can stream.
Podcasts. It goes everywhere
pretty much.
automatically. And someone had commented on the YouTube page and said, this is not the full version of the story, or this is not something like that. Something to that degree.
This is a...
What was it? Should I look it up just to get it right?
Yeah, just look it up.
But
this is a twisted version of...
Yeah, I think
that's how it said.
Little Wrist Big Fist on YouTube, if anyone wants to know. Rasan Robinson, Part 2. This is a twisted version of the story. ... So, we might soon get the full... Well, I'm not going to say full version. We might get another version of the story from another point of view.
That should be cool.
Yeah. And it's not, it's not to stir the pot or anything, but we want to know what's going on around here. And obviously, I was talking to Red about something that happened with me recently, and there's always two versions. I mean, and that's what I said to him too. Is like there's always two versions of the story in any story. I mean, when there's two, like if there's something happened between me and you,
it's called
or
the
like
justice
even
system.
you're stupid.
I've heard that so many times this past week. I'm serious.
Yeah, really? No shit.
Yeah, when your girlfriend's in law school. But yeah, like if something happens, good or bad, between you and I, or we go do something or whatever, and you tell someone the story about what we went and did or what happened, it's going to be different than the way I tell it. So if there's two parties involved, then there's always two versions of the story.
My dad has two versions of every story.
Your dad? He has two of his own versions? Yeah. But so we might get another version of the story. Who knows? I don't know if we're going to have them on soon or not, but at some point that'll probably come about. Chandler was going to come on. We're going to have Chandler on, but he's going back for the summer. So maybe
so it'll be
summer,
August.
We'll have him on.
I'm trying to get that.
We got some other people in mind coming up, so
stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Hit us up. Let us know. Let us know if you don't like our podcast, and we'll make you like it. So
I like that. I like that. But yeah,
good stuff, Dusty.
Yeah,
good to see you. Good to catch up.
We got
have a good week, dude.
We got to shout out to our sponsors real quick. Shaw Audio
Shout out
and Scarrow.
Strong body boy.
Body. Yeah, and this has been
Little wrist, big fist.
What I'm saying.
pretty much love ya.